Connectors in Space Engineers 1 and 2 have a certain distance that you can keep them apart and still be able to connect them. I'm going to show you that it's possible to make the gap bigger and still keep the connection, as well as show you how. This is far bigger than the normal distance allowed. If I were to take a piston, attach a connector, oh wait a minute, I know what I'm not doing right. There we go. Yep, those are level. Right. One too low. Okay, I guess I gotta replace the piston. It should be, oh no, I put it too low that time. What? Oh. Okay, there we go. Yeah. They need about... needs a little more. That should do it. Yeah. They need about this. They can only be this much apart normally. There's currently no block thin enough to fit in here. But as I showed you here, you can get a much bigger gap. Twice the size. You can go bigger, but I haven't tested that yet. Brief note, during the recording of the next part, there was an issue, and my voice was lowered than the volume by a great deal. It is not the whole video though, so don't worry. save the game so we don't have to keep repeatedly doing this when we mess up. Now just retract the piston. Okay, yeah, I messed that one up. I need to move it backwards a bit more. The right piston. Let's try this again. Give it a little more space. There you go. You've got the gap. Then you can do the usual creation of the blueprint. Let's try making it a bit bigger. Let's test our luck. This is going to misalign it, but... Ooh. As you can see, the gap is there. So I restarted the game because every time I kept reloading the level, or the world, it kept getting worse and worse. So I assume that's why during multiple tests that I did off screen it failed. Oh, yep, now it's working perfectly. Let's leave it here. The gap remains. Oh, come on. There we go. Let's give it a name, save it. And there we go. If you're wondering why it even makes sense to do this kind of thing at all, there's a variety of things you could use it for. One such thing would be taking two grids and wirelessly powering them. I say wirelessly, but what I really mean is taking a gap between them, and then so it's like two separate grids, but then they're both powered from the same source. So if I do something like this, and then I take the gapped connector, and then I build something else on it, like maybe a letter H. But then maybe I want to put some lights on it. Now I could put the power source on the H, but it might look a little ugly. I could always hide it, but instead maybe I could place the power here. And suddenly they turn on. Conceivably, if you did the trick with an incredibly large gap, far larger than this somehow, you can make it go even farther. And you could also save resources. If you only had one, if you only had one power source that needs to extend super far, you could instead just make the connection. Of course, you'd need to extend it as far as you want or need, but it'll work. You'll be using resources to make the connectors, but that could end up saving you in certain situations, especially if you have another grid. And you need to get past it. Maybe I have something like this you could place. Oop, maybe I didn't. There we go. You were able to place it through there. Now there is something in SE1 that I have to use because I don't have it in SE2. And it's a special ship I made using the gap connector technique, but I didn't have to do all this fancy trickery stuff because there was a block tiny enough to fit inside the gap. This is the ship I was talking about. It looks normal at first, but in reality, it is actually 3 different grids. You'll walk in, it looks normal, but then you walk a little further and you'll notice the gapped connectors. Now, they're here not just for some gimmick, but to allow the actual mechanism that this ship is built around to operate. These wheels are spinning, but I can still move the ship around. As you can see. And so if I were to go back down and check things out, things will look a bit different. Oh yeah, and you can see the rotor spinning there. That's from the wheel. Or one of them. Maybe not the safest place to work, but certainly very cool. And you can turn this into a video game. Oh wait, this is a video game. Anyway, you can make this into a mini game if you do this. Oops, not that. Huh. Oh yeah, no, it's going faster. Can we make it go even faster? It doesn't look like it. Now, this also allows you to do a little escape pod maneuver as well. This one's set up to split everything apart. One drawback is that they're not connected, so you can't control the thrusters. So every thruster needs to be in the main module if you want to control it all. This is another thing you could do with the Phantom Grid connection. I used a Space Engineers 1 trick, but it's the same idea if you use the connectors. You could raise it through the wall so it's like they can't even see the thing that's moving it up. Now, unfortunately, due to Space Engineers 1, this and the ship I just showed do have some phantom forces involved. With the other ship, I tried to mitigate it by using a counter force, but it wasn't perfect. As you can see, I'm kind of moving around a bit. But given Space Engineers 2's improvements, I would say it's very likely that this will not be an issue in that. Now, one thing that I can do in Space Engineers 1 that I can't quite do in Space Engineers 2 yet is hinge chains. I tried it with rotors, but it didn't really have as much strength. But what I like to use them for is something like this. It has been a while since I've used one of these though, so let's hope I don't break it. Where did I put the controls? There. Okay, now let's carefully rearrange this. For time's sake, I'm just gonna do it like this, but technically you could do it from much higher up. Luckily, it's far easier to show it grabbing it. I mean, after it's grabbed it. Now let's bring it up. Rotors are moving.